Hey everybody, Mandy here. I'm just going to take you on a quick tour of our house today. I just want to show you sort of the state that it's in right now. We've been living here for about 2.5 years, and when we moved in, it was perfect, pristine. There was nothing out of place. It looked gorgeous. But we've been living in it now for that long, and life has taken over and things have changed a little bit. But I want to show you basically what our home gym looks like. And I'm going to take you a tour around, but you're going to see that our home gym is not an actual gym. Well, we do have a gym space in the basement, which we will look at, but it's actually all over the place, mostly in our living room. So I just want to show you that. And then I want to talk a little bit about why, as fitness people, we own a gym. We also have so much equipment here, why it is that way, and also showing you some of the things that we use like every single day almost, that if you are going to make your own home gym, that I would suggest you get. Okay, so we're going to start outside first and then we'll go from there. So first stop is in the backyard. Of course, there's the pool, and yes, we do exercise in there sometimes, but that's not what I brought you out here to see. What I brought you out here to see is our set of rings that we have hanging up from our little pergola here that personally I use at least once a week, maybe more than that. Rings are a very important part of training for us. Hanging is a really great upper body movement, and so I suggest if you don't have a set of rings, get a set of rings. Now the plastic ones we have outside, I prefer the wood ones, but just for being outside and durability's sake, we got the plastic ones. Of course, we have our little golf mat and net that I try to use at least a few times a week to get in a few swings. But yeah, that's the start of our gym tour. Next place we're going to go is into the basement where the actual gym is, but I want to save the living room for last because it is just sort of our main space. So down here in the basement, we have a few different things. Over there, you can see we have our rowing machine that gets used sometimes. Treadmill, it got leaked on, so it's got to go in the garbage. It sort of got used, but not all that often. Squat rack gets used quite a bit, not in the actual gym itself, but it's just out here in the space, and you'll see why it's not actually in the gym in a minute. And then, of course, all the band equipment and studio space from our kids. Over here, you're going to see we have one of these doorway chin-up bars, which I actually really like. I didn't think I was going to like it in the beginning, but I use it quite often with a band around it in case I wanted to use that as an assist for chin-ups. But yeah, it's pretty solid, and I don't mind that as another hanging tool. I would suggest getting something like that. And then over here in the back room, kitty litter room, we have another set of rings, another set of plastic rings. At the gym, we have only wooden rings, and I really like the wooden rings, but I don't know, somebody gave these to us, or I'm not sure why we have those in particular ones, but we have those with a chair that I often do ring rows in. And these are our winter rings, so that we can't get outside in the summer. We do ring work in the winter. So that's our ring setup. And then moving on to the actual gym space. Let's just turn the light on here. We have a TV that you can watch shows on when you're doing stuff. We have our Keiser bike this bike is now, it's as old as my daughter, and she's 28. So it is maybe 25, let's say it's 25 years old, still going strong. This is probably the number one piece of equipment that I've ever bought. Well worth it. It came directly from the Keiser factory in California. When I bought it, couldn't get it anywhere else. Works on a magnet. So this thing at the back works on a magnet, and I absolutely love it. It just runs smoothly. If I can't do anything else, I do that. I originally bought that bike for when my kids were babies and I couldn't get out to do anything at the gym or anything like that. And so I would just, you know, when they were having a nap, I would work out and just ride it at home for half an hour. So it got me through some days when I couldn't do anything else. But yeah, I highly recommend the Keiser bike. I know that the Y also has all those bikes, at least they used to last time I was there. So they're really good quality. And like I said, it's 25 years old. I've never had it serviced. Nothing. It's just been there, worked the whole time, and been amazing. So that's the exercise bike that we have. And then as we spin around, you can see a few other things. I've recently taken up pole dancing. So there is our pole my husband bought me for my birthday. It is just hooked in by pressure. So it's not actually drilled into the floor, but it's solid as a rock. And I love it. So let's just back up the camera a little bit so you can see it. It's more of a workout for me than anything else. Upper body strength is crazy having that. So I love that. And that's why most of the equipment is out of here. The other reason is we did have a leak, so we're renovating this space. But even still, having the equipment not in here has been a huge benefit to us. And I'll tell you why in a few minutes. And then we have our step, a little bit of old school stuff going on there. My husband likes to jump around on that. And then a few dumbbells set up here and there. So that is our downstairs space. When this wasn't being renovated, the only thing in here was our treadmill and our bike and our rowing machine and a few kettlebells and dumbbells. So we didn't even really use it. The squat rack was still in the gym and lots of other stuff was still upstairs. So we didn't even just use this. It didn't stay downstairs. The gym space traveled up into the living room, and you're going to see why. You're going to see everything about it, and then I'm going to tell you why it helps to have it up there as we get up there. Okay, heading back upstairs, Teddy is leading the way, and we walk into our main space, which is a gorgeous space. I have no complaints about it, except for the fact that it's not set up for all of this stuff. And when I build next time, which will be very soon, I'm going to set things up so that we can accommodate all of the things that we use for our workouts. So as you can see, we have our newest, we have two new pieces of equipment. So a hamstring, negative, what's it called? I can't remember what it's called. But you work your hamstrings on that and glutes. This mat never gets put away. We have sort of a pull-up bar, mini pull-up chin-up bar here. It extends up. Let's just back it up a little bit. It extends up higher if you want, but I use it for rows and stuff like that. You can do lots of things on that thing. It's not bad. It's a little bit tipsy, and I also find that the grip is a little bit wide. So maybe for me, because I'm a woman, it's just a little bit too wide for me. But yeah, I'm not, I would make it thinner. I use it as a ballet bar more than anything else. Over here, right in the family room, we have our Eccentric machine. So this is a machine that my husband bought off of Alibaba, I think. I'm not even sure. That you can work on eccentric movement with. He hasn't touched it yet, maybe because it's not completely put together. I might use it, I'm not sure. That one remains to be seen how much it gets used. And then we come over here and we have little things like a roller. We have some dumbbells. We have a PVC pipe that we use for shoulder dislocates. We have some super heavy ankle weights. Bands everywhere, little tiny ball that you can use for doing lots of different ab work and stuff like that. Our biggest and newest kettlebell, I don't know how many, I don't have my glasses on so I can't see how many kilos it is, but it's freaking heavy. And then right in the middle of our dining room, you can see our nice dining room, marble dining room table, we have our bench, which stays here all the time. And then lots of other things. So some sandbags. This one I think is 50 or 75 pounds. I think this one's 100 pounds. yoga wheel, kettlebells. We have tons of kettlebells at the gym, but that's just our home set. Yoga blocks. We have gymnastics, handstand blocks. We have sliders. We have, what do you call it? P-bars, parallettes for doing different gymnastics work, L-sits and stuff like that. We have our Indian clubs, more dumbbells, yoga mats, more yoga mats. We have, this is a monkey foot little device. So you hook it around your ankle and then you put dumbbells in that, and it's just to help. You can do hamstring stuff, different resistance movements, and just hook it right onto your body. We have a few different skipping ropes, a weighted skipping rope, which I really like, chalk, which we use for our kettlebells, some yoga balls, golf balls for outside. I love this band. I think this is from Amazon. My daughter bought it, and it's just a thick band that I use for glute work and stuff. I use this almost every workout for warm up and stuff like that. Another skipping rope, golfing stuff. We have a chain down here for, I don't know, my husband hooks that onto things. Some harder yoga balls or to roll your feet on. Some little plates that we use for mobility work. I don't put them on anything. Sometimes I put them on the PVC pipe and do dislocates and things with that. We have a band. You can wrap it on things. Some more ankle weights. We have our what do you call them? We have our slant boards. So these are for standing on and doing squats and stuff on. They're really good for knee strengthening. That's the new thing. If you ever seen knees over toes guy, it's all about the slant boards. So we have those and we do use them. I like them. I prefer a wooden one, but the plastic works for now. I have a dog in here who's trying to get the ball. Here, Teddy. Here, take it outside. Go. Okay, what else? I think that's it from this list. Yeah, we've sort of seen everything in here. So in terms of our home gym, I've kind of shown you everything that we have. I will make a list and put it in the description of this video so that you can see everything that we have as part of our home gym. But some of the main things that we use all the time are the rings. Use them all the time. Kettlebells all the time. I would say the ankle weights I use a lot. My son uses the squat rack. I used to do lots of that. Not so much anymore, but definitely gets used. The bench, sure. Yeah, so those are sort of the things that just get used all the time. You ask yourself, why is everything in your living room, Andy? Well, as a fitness person, I do stuff all the time. I'm practicing movements all the time, training, at least once, if not more than that, a day. I try to do little bits here and there. And so the stuff just needs to be easily accessed. And if it isn't, then I'm not going to use it. So I think the main reason why a lot of people don't move a lot throughout the day and they don't exercise as much as they should is because it's hard. We don't dress for movement. We don't have equipment for it. We don't know how to use it. We don't know what we're doing. And there's a little dog making all kinds of noise with his ball over on the couch. And that's just the way that we have set up our lives. Our houses are not set up for that. As I said to you in the beginning, this house is made to look at. It's not made to move in. I throw a handstand up against the wall and it's like I'm getting the wall dirty. Nobody wants the wall to get dirty. Well, it should get dirty. We should use it to help ourselves to live better. I'm reading this book now called Atomic Habits, and he talks a lot about just setting yourself up for success. If you want to be active or you want to eat well or you want to do anything, you need to set your situation up so that it just is like you can't not do it. And so for us, in terms of fitness, that's how we have set up our life. And we haven't done it purposely necessarily. We've just done it because that's what we need to do. And that's what has happened. And so there are things about this house that I've learned that I need and things that I absolutely don't need. And one of those things would be to have spaces that accommodate movement more. Things that I would still love to have in this house. I would love a ballet bar set up somewhere, anywhere, against any wall. I'd like to rip down my cupboards here, which are filled with junk, and put a ballet bar up along the wall. That would be a dream for me. So when I build my next place, which is in my mind and coming soon, that would be something that I would do. I follow, there's one dancer that I follow, and she has a ballet bar in her kitchen. Why? Because she does it all the time. It needs to be there. So yeah, that's just our space, and I wanted to share that with you because that's what our house looks like. And I'm not trying to change it. I'm not trying to put the stuff away. I would like it to be organized better. And I would like the house to be set up so that it can sort of accommodate those things better. But I'm not trying to hide it away because it needs to be out if I'm going to use it. And we do use these things all the time. So I hope you enjoy that little house gym in our living room tour. And I hope you learn something about, how we have made it easier for ourselves to be more active, throughout the day. We know as fitness people that working out once a day, even if it's for an hour, is not enough. It needs to be moving consistently throughout the day, moving around all the time, just to keep the blood flowing, your blood sugar low. That's why you need to do it. So set yourself up for success. And if you have any questions or comments, leave it down below in the comment section. And as we, move and change our house and build our next house, you'll see what that's going to look like. Oh, Teddy.